Alright guys, today we're going to be doing carburetor and fuel lines in an Echo pb-251 handheld blower. All the parts will be in the description below. You just click on the link. It comes with everything you'll need. Here, I'll open up the package. Carburetor, air filter, fuel lines, spare primer ball, a fuel filter, spark plug, gaskets. Everything you'll need to do this job. Get right into it. First thing we're going to do is take these two Allens out. I think they're 4mm, maybe 5mm, but I think they're 4mm. Take those two out and just pull it straight out. Alright, fuel lines we're not going to worry about so much. Just throttle cable, we'll just get it flipped out. Straight on out of that lever. There. We're going to go ahead and cut the fuel lines right off. We're going to be replacing them. I may use this old gasket if it peels off of here nicely, just because it's got kind of a heat shield from the engine. Yeah, there it goes. You got to make sure that this goes on specifically the way it's supposed to. This hole has to line up with the hole on that so that it can run the vacuum. It's the vacuum line. This is basically the vacuum line for the fuel pump that's built into the carburetor. So you got to make sure that gasket goes on properly. You know, it'll go anywhere on here basically. That's the vacuum port for the carburetor. Runs the fuel pump, which is under here. Alright, whatever. Anyways, flathead screwdriver. I use the gas cap as leverage. We're going to go ahead and pry that out. Most of the kits come with a new grommet. This one didn't for some reason. Most of them will. I'll try to make sure that yours has the grommet. Take the gas cap off. We're going to get all this old gas out of this, drain it out, get rid of it. We want to have fresh, clean, dried tank. And when we put this new carb and fuel lines and stuff on, we want to have a brand new fuel filter. We want to have brand new fuel so we don't fuck up anything in the equipment. Cut your fuel line to a point. Stab the point through the grommet. Actually be able to get the tip of it out, and then you can grab the tip. Here, hold on. Tip out, and then you can grab the tip and pull it through. It pulls easier than it pushes. Just go ahead and pull it right on through. Cut the tip off. Stab the new filter onto it. The reason I pull all the way through like that is that short line is the one that's going to have the filter. I'm going to cut this one into a point now. It through about 1 inch. The long line has no filter. And we're going to drop our filter into the tank all the way down in. We're going to push the back side in. Hold on, let me get my tripod and I'll show you through this side, this section. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and push the back side of the grommet in first, and then we're going to work our way in with a screwdriver, one side to the other, just slowly pushing it in. They can be a pain in the butt to get in, but just slowly get it in. New grommet's going to be even harder than the old one. You may have to do a new one. New one will probably have 3 holes. It'll come with a vent that's in it as well. Anyways, short line is the fuel filter, long line is the return. Go ahead and remove the cable. You see the direction that this is turned. We're going to want this to be turned in the same direction. You see how it's sticking out a bit and this one isn't? We're going to tighten this in until it's sticking out that much and turned in that direction. See, just like that. It's got it nice and tightened in. We're going to go ahead and get this cable out. You can see it wants to come out there already. There we go. And then you just lift it up off the barrel, and it's easier with 2 hands. Hold on. There, lift it off the barrel, and then this cable will slide right on out like that. And then you're going to slide it into the new one. 2 hands again, right in that hole. We're going to turn this barrel until it lines up. Hold on. The barrel is like this. You see it's got the thin slot on this side, fat slot on this side, and then we're going to throttle it open, and then we can lift that cable and lay it inside the barrel like that. And then you just pull on this end of the cable and it'll slide it right in, just like that. And then we're going to run the, oh wait a minute, you know what, first we're going to get this gasket here with a single hole is going to go on first. Doesn't matter where that little hole is on this one, because there is no vacuum line on this side. We're going to run this through the carburetor. And I'm going to go ahead and use the new gasket, because that's going to make it easy to line up. It's all set up like that. We're going to set this on there, the little holes down, just like that. See? Hole lines up. And we're going to get this in place. Before we do, the big nipple is the one that goes to the fuel line, the short line. The little nipple on the right is the one that goes to the return line, the long line. We're going to stick this throttle cable up underneath that bar, and then we're going to pull it into place with a pair of needle nose pliers or something. Just going to get it, I can do it with my finger even. Just going to get it up and over, just like that. Now the throttle's in place. Now we can put this all up against the block, the isolator block, and tighten it all down. Just line it all up. Make sure your gasket stays in place and does not fall out. Line it all up, and then tighten those 2 Allen bolts down. We're going to hook up the fuel lines. The big nipple is on the right. That's what the short line goes to. So we're going to pull the short line out first and stab it. We're going to get it just the right length to where it'll stab in and have no kinks in the line. Like that, nice and swooping. We don't want it to kink or anything like that. If you got too much out, you can push it back in. If you ain't got enough out where it's just pulling over like that, you can pull a little bit more out. And you just want your filter laying right in the bottom of the gas tank like that. Alright, now this one here, we're going to go ahead and cut the size. And then we're going to cut it to size right about there, and then we're going to stab it on. This is a return line, goes on the little nipple on the left. Just like that. Now again, if you got too much out, you can push more in. If you've gone just a little bit too short, you've got about 1 inch in there. That's why you put that much in there. Here you can pull it out to where it's perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and put some gas inside this and prime it up and see if it works. What the heck's going on there? Okay. I mixed mine a little bit dark. This way, this one's been sitting for a while. This way it gets a little extra oil when it first gets started up. It's been sitting for a long time actually. Prime it up. And look, it's priming very nicely. If you're priming and it's not priming, look down in here and you see foam coming out of the filter. You've got these 2 lines backwards. Flip them around. Air filter comes with a new one. Goes the other way. The problem is this came without an air filter cover or an air filter. I'm gonna have to go in my back area and look through all the old parts I've got and see if I've got anything. You see the smoke rolling off it. I mixed this one pretty rich. It hasn't run in quite some time. Alright guys, this helped you out in any way, shape, or form. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. All these parts will be in the description below for you. If you want to do any advertising through my channel, message me. I'd be more than happy to have you. Peace.